Greetings. I am new faculty. This is an adventure for me, and I've taught in the fall program for freshmen at Cal for 10 years, but now I'm delighted to be here. My course covers or scratches the surface of animals in literature and also in myth and folklore. What I'm essentially asking is, why are people drawn to other animals? What is so compelling about their mysterious other lives? And why, from the time of the Lascaux caves and the Chavot caves, have we made great efforts to understand our fellow mortals and made use of them to understand ourselves in art, in thought, in metaphor, in satire, and in tales of warning and instruction. Current science tells us that the mental life of animals is much closer to ours than we ever imagined or suspected, and not only animals like the elephant or the pig, but the crow and the octopus. Meanwhile, many species, partly because of us, are disappearing. They're slipping through our fingers. And so if we look at our past, at the many, many cultures on the planet, we can see how eloquently animals have spoken to us and for us. We'll start on day one, on the 22nd of this month, with excerpts from Werner Herzog's Cave of Forgotten Dreams, and follow his camera through the French Chauvet caves, while he shows us 30,000-year-old art that looks as if it was made last week. They are so beautifully preserved. What purpose did these beautiful animals serve? It's mysterious. Was their beauty meant to attract spirits of other animals and draw them to us for human use? We don't know. That's one idea. We'll also look at a few pictures from a medieval bestiary, moralized animals, and a few tales from Ovid's Metamorphoses. And time permitting, we'll look at a surreal painting by the Italian Baroque painter Archimboldo. From then on, we will, to get the most benefit, read. From the course reader and from two suggested books, The Golden Ass by Apuleius and The Pelican Midsummer Night's Dream, available cheaply online. At our second meeting, we'll discuss The Golden Ass, an ancient Roman novel, very picaresque, very naughty, very sexy, and of enormous influence in later literature, Boccaccio and so on. It's about a spoiled young aristocrat dabbling in magic who gets turned into a donkey and sees the brutal, conniving, nasty side of human nature, and occasionally something better. But he sees human nature from the underside, as it were. Later discussions will focus on the 12th century writer Marie de France and explore the werewolf tradition and the fable tradition. A Midsummer Night's Dream, again, the Pelican edition, with excerpts from films, Kafka's Metamorphosis, Gabriel Garcia Marquez's delightful satire, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, and our last meeting will feature poetry, mostly modern, some not quite as modern. Robert Burns, William Butler Yeats, Emily Dickinson, William Carlos Williams, Elizabeth Bishop, Theodore Roethke, and others. Central questions of the course will be, why did Lucius in The Golden Ass have to become an ass? Why did Bottom in A Midsummer Night's Dream have to become an ass? And why did poor Gregor Samsa have to turn into a beetle? And the pitiable, decrepit old man in Marquez, reportedly an angel, Was he really just a sad beast who happened to have wings? And animals in literature and myth abound. This is just to scratch the surface, give you a taste of these animals and the literature. And I do hope very much that some of you will join me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy. Great.